Good day, seniors and active adults. Welcome back to our YouTube podcast, Get Your Weekly Slice, where we protect, inform, and educate you, our seniors and active adults, every week about what you should know as you age. It is about keeping you, our seniors, in the know. Today I'm going to talk about aging at home, part 3, and more of a recap of part 1 and 2, and then just kind of delve a little bit deep into part 3. And it's understanding the importance of staying put or making that move. Now I'm going to recap part 1, which was the good and the not so good. The good, of course, is that you stay in your home, you age in your home, and you might have been there 25, 30, 40 plus years. And you're familiar with the surroundings. Everything's good. Doctors, friends, neighbors, church, restaurants, everything's right there. And the not so good is if you're living alone or it's just you and your husband or wife, and one of you's health starts deteriorating while you're living at home, and it becomes a burden, so to speak. I mean, it's a loving burden, but it becomes a burden for the both of you. Or else the not so good can be you've got a big footprint where you live. You're only using a couple rooms, maybe it's a 10-room house, and the upkeep is becoming a burden. Those are just a couple examples of the not so good and the good of aging at home. So if you're going to stay put, part 2 was talking about what type of resources, trusted resources, and services that I, a certified senior housing professional, can provide for you. I have a network established of home health services such as AC, roofing, electrical, plumbing, landscaping, pool guy if you have a pool. Those are the type of services that I can provide in my network to you as you stay put. So that's just an example of staying put. Now, if you're going to make the move, which is the second part of part 2, I have the network of trusted resources and services to help do that, help guide you through that process, which I would do as a certified senior housing professional, but also provide you what is available out there for senior living options. What's out there, what you need to get addressed when it comes to legal. Senior living affordability, where are you going to be able to live? What can you afford when you make that transition? What are you going to do with all that stuff you have? Those are the things that I, as a certified professional real estate agent, can help you with. So it's aging is a process. So I just want to kind of clarify that. In as though it's a tough decision. Do you stay at home or do you make that move? And you can stay at home, but always remember through my part 1 or 2 that if your health declines, then you become more of a reactive mode than a proactive mode. And the process is you get everything in order while your health is in good shape and you are aging at home. And that's a process that I, as a real estate agent, a certified senior housing professional, can help you with. Been working for, the last 7, 8 years putting this together. And it's about helping seniors and active adults so they don't become overwhelmed with this process called downsizing, or do I age at home or do I transition? But again, that's a decision. It's a tough decision for you to make. But I kind of spell it out in the part one and part two of Aging at Home, all of the things that you need to be cognizant of, and also all of the things that you know that I will be able to help you with if you choose me to help you through this process. You're going to need a guide. Did I say guide? I meant guide. Because it can be overwhelming. And really, as we age, 60s, 70s, 80s, in the 90s, you don't need that additional stress. And it would behoove you to work with someone like me as a certified senior housing professional that understands what you're going through and could hold you by the hand and take you and guide you through that process. It's much better for you if you use a guide, such as myself, to help you through that process and help you all the steps of the way. I mean, there's some things that you don't know who to call or what to do or what's your next step. That's what I'm here to help you for. It's more about you being proactive as opposed to reactive. It's about you being happy in your waning years. Because let's face it, that's exactly what it's all about. You're supposed to be happy in the remaining years that we have in life because we never know when our time comes. So, the other benefit of using me as a guide to help you through this process is I want you to stay in your home as long as you possibly can. But I also want you to understand that we're building a relationship together where I help you through this process and I'm supporting you. I am allowing you to stay in control. I'm providing you options as we go through this process. And you take it step by step by step by step, because again, it's not about overwhelming you. It's about helping you through the process. So it's not to create additional stress for you, because the stress itself is you making that decision. Do I stay put or do I transition? So I'm always there to be helpful in guiding you through that process, more like a sounding board, an outside family sounding board who's background checked. And it's all about what's best for you. You lived your life. You're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, perhaps maybe 100. But it comes time where you still need to be in control and you still need, or you didn't know you needed, but there's someone like me out there that can help you and guide you through this process. It's about protecting, informing, and educating you. That's exactly what this is all about. And when you protect, inform, and educate, as I promote and advocate for our senior and active adult population, it's where I came up with the name of this podcast, YouTube, Get Your Weekly Slice, because the acronym for Protect, Inform, and Educate is PIE. And I know most seniors and active adults like pie, such as myself. So I know it's a journey, and I want you to think of me as a guide, an extension of your family, but an independent voice of your family. Someone you could trust, just like your family, but someone who understands what you're going through and how to prevent you from adding any additional stress. So that's what it's all about. I wanted to explain, provide the recap, because it's you that's going to be making the decision if you're going to stay put or if you're going to transition. But if you stay put, I'm here to help. If you transition, I'm here to help. Either way, they're all my trusted resources and services. And the bottom line is it's about you being the happiest with whatever decision you make. I'm a real estate agent and I'm different than other real estate agents. So I want you to keep that in mind. So even if you want to stay at home, aging in place, and it takes us through the process of 1, 2, 3 years before you make that decision, I'm there with you every step of the way to help you through this process. I'm not like other agents. I work with seniors and active adults, and other agents aren't going to spend that type of time working with an individual because all they want to do is list, sell, and they really don't care where you're moving to. But that's why I'm different, because I want to make sure that's going to be the happiest you're going to be, either staying at home or transitioning. So I know a lot of people have asked the services that I provide as a certified senior housing professional. And I'm just going to put it out there right now is in my network, my trusted resources and services, we all have a passion to help seniors and active adults and do the right thing. And the what I want to do is I want to make it fun. I want to do stories. I know seniors and active adults have stories. I have stories. I want to listen to you. I want you to know that I'm a patient individual. I want to know that I'm going to provide you options that are going to make you the happiest. I'm going to make sure that you're going to live your life the way you want to, or that you thought you never live your life the way you want to. So really the only cost is, to me, I'm not charging you through this process. The ancillary trusted resources and services that I provide, they will charge you for the services that they provide, be it uh, a move manager, packing, sorting your items, an estate sale person, uh, a roofer, plumber, etc. All of those, they're going to have costs. The mover's going to have a cost. They're all going to have costs, and they're going to be competitive. But I know that you're wondering how I get paid to help you through this process, to bringing these people together in your life to make your life a little easier and not so overwhelming. And it's real simple. I get paid by listing and selling your property, because once you decide to make that move and transition, you're going to have someone help you sell your property. And that's where I come in and I get paid by listing and selling your property. And keep in mind, I've been doing real estate for 15 plus years. I've been focusing on seniors and active adults for the past 7 to 8 years, building this network up. So I'm very comfortable doing what I do. And I want to assure you that I am going to be able to list and sell your property when and if you ever make that decision to move forward. So that's how I get paid, and that's what it costs. And I want you to think of it this way: working with me as a certified senior housing professional, would you rather have someone provide you guidance, education with your move or living at home, knowing that the only way they get paid is listing and selling your home, and assuring you that I will get you the most money for your home? Or would you rather have another real estate agent who's not going to assist you, who's not going to provide you trusted resources and services, who's not going to guide you through this process, and who's not going to extend a long term friendship after the sale or during the aging at home. And it's up to you. Do you want the help or do you not want the help? And if you want the help, the only way I get paid is by listing and selling your home. And if you use another agent, they're going to get paid, but they're not going to help you. And they're not going to be as knowledgeable as I am. And they're not going to have a network of trusted resources and services that I have. So it's entirely up to you. If you use my services, I'm okay with that. I'm happy that you will use my services. I've got plenty of seniors I've helped through the process, and I am still friends with them today. And we either talk every couple months, we have lunch every quarter, twice a year, but we still always stay in contact. And I still help them with any senior related questions or concerns that they might have as they continue to age. I'm always there for you. And I can't say that for other agents. But that's why I do what I do. I have a passion to help seniors and active adults do what's best for them. So that's how I get paid. This is a service that I provide, and I want to keep you in the loop that I am working with another agent, and her name is Alba Ramirez, and Alba is bilingual because we felt that there's a need to not only help people who speak English, but also help people who speak Spanish. Because the bottom line is we're trying to protect, inform, and educate seniors and active adults. So that's why I put together this YouTube podcast called Get Your Weekly Slice. And I hope that you continue looking at all the different podcasts that I'm going to do. And it's all going to be mirrored off of my Smarter Senior Seminar Series events. And if it's all possible, I'd like to see it at my in-person events at Orange County Library. So a few questions for you as I get close to wrapping this up. I want you to know that as a certified senior housing professional, that I understand the physical, mental, and emotional changes that you're going through when you're downsizing. I want you to know that it's you and you alone that I'm working for, and it takes time. And you have to have patience. And I have that. I'm okay with that. And I always tell people in my seminars that, and in my Journey podcast, it took me 60 years to figure out what in the hell I wanted to do in my life. And I'm at retirement age, I'm an active adult, and I really enjoy working with seniors and active adults. And the number one thing is that I want to make sure that they're protected, they're better informed, and they're educated about the aging process, what's available, and how we can all stay together and make it a wonderful life for you. And keep in mind that it's no longer enjoyable. It's becoming a struggle, and it becomes a burden when you live at home with a big footprint. But again, I'm here to support you, to provide you options, and to help you go through this process or guide you through this process called downsizing. Because if you stay at home or you transition to another senior living option, eventually you're going to have to downsize. And I know a lot of you have thought about it, and I'm going to have a podcast on downsizing and what I do and what you need to do. But let's be specific about your waning years are to be fun. And my big question to you is, are you having fun now? And what I mean by saying that is I don't want you to think that what I've talked about in this series of Aging at Home, what I've talked about, what I do, it's all about you making sure that you're going to be happy, but also that you're not thinking about all the things that could go wrong or all the things that you need to do, that type of thing. So let's make sure you make the decision to have fun, help you through that process so it's not overwhelming. And that's basically what I'm sharing with you. I want to work with seniors who want me to help them through this process. So the bottom line is we are here to protect, inform, and educate you while helping you be proactive versus reactive with your decision making. It is about keeping seniors in the know. In closing, I hope you enjoyed today's Get Your Weekly Slice. If you'd like to discuss further today's topic, you can reach me via email at mike@your, Y-O-U-R, Florida, spelled out, Haven, Haven.com, or call me at 407-340-5291 to set up an appointment. I provide a free 1.5 hour in-person meeting to discuss your future plans on aging while providing you a minimum of 3 options to choose from. Don't forget to follow us and like us on Facebook and Instagram. While on my website at yourfloridahaven.com, sign up for my monthly newsletter, RSV to any of my in-person events, which are held at the Orange County Library, Smarter Senior Seminar Series events, and to view any and all of my videos and podcasts. We hope these podcasts are helpful, and if they are, please share with your friends, family, and neighbors by letting them know what we offer as certified senior housing professionals, designated real estate agents, to our seniors and active adults as they age. We're a connector. It is about keeping seniors in the know. Till next time, when you come back to get your weekly slice.